If imperialism is not banished from the country, China will perish as a nation. If China does not perish, then imperialism cannot remain. War is not only a matter of equipment, artillery, group troops or air force, it is largely a matter of spirit, or morale. In the early days of the Russian Revolution in 1917, I was completely in sympathy with it. I felt that it established a new era in the history of the modern world. I was so overwhelmed by it that, if people made any unfriendly comment, I would vigorously defend it. If people condemned the Communist Party, I would speak in its defense. We must teach our people the greatness of China's historical culture. In our educational program we must stress Chinese history and geography so that all may know and appreciate China's civilization of 5,000 years and the far-flung boundaries of our ancient race. This will engender a greater faith in our own future. My long struggles as a soldier of the Chinese Revolution have forced me to realize the necessity of facing hard facts. There will be neither peace, nor hope, nor future for any of us unless we honestly aim at political, social and economic justice for all peoples of the world, great and small. China has no desire to replace Western imperialism in Asia with an Oriental imperialism or isolationism of its own or anyone else. Please like, share, subscribe and press the bell icon. Japan cannot conquer China with America in her rear, Soviet Russia on her right and England on her left, her most powerful enemies in the South Sea all flanking her. It is this international situation that constitutes one of Japan's great weaknesses. Landowners and influential men of all kinds, especially members of political councils, ought to set an example to the people. The young members of rich families should offer themselves for military service. If not one of 2 sons, at least one of 3 sons should be ready to do so. I have implicit faith in Sun Yat-sen, not because I am his blind follower, but because he really arouses the deepest respect in everybody. I do not know of another person in China who has such a broad and international outlook, whose ideas are so constructive, and who has such deep faith and confidence in his own mission. China not only fights for her own independence, but also for the liberation of every oppressed nation. For us, the Atlantic Charter and President Roosevelt's proclamation of the 4 freedoms for all peoples are cornerstones of our fighting faith. We Chinese are instinctively democratic, and Dr. Sun's objective of universal suffrage evokes from all Chinese a ready and unhesitating response. What we have seen of recent American action in the Pacific, the bombing of Tokyo and the engagements in the Coral Sea, off Midway Island and at Dutch Harbor, has been sufficient indication that America is beginning to discharge her supremely important duty in the Pacific. The idea of universal brotherhood is innate in the Catholic nature of Chinese thought. It was the dominant concept of Dr. Sun Yat-sen, whom events have proved time and again to be not a visionary but one of the world's greatest realists. The modern world is one wherein every nation has to develop the strength of which its citizens are capable. The independent status of the individual, his thoughts and actions become a thing of the past. You must all be aware that modern war is not a mere matter of military operations. It involves the whole strength and all the resources of the nation. Not only soldiers, but also all citizens without exception, take part. Please like, share, subscribe and press the bell icon. In ancient China, self-government was highly developed both in community life and in personal life. The custom of mutual protection and assistance was widespread. The organization and regulations of local self-government were clearly defined and strictly applied. Individual self-control was even more strongly emphasized. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching.